The surgical management of massive irreparable rotator cuff tears is a topic of debate with various surgical interventions described in the literature. Here, we describe an arthroscopic technique for irreparable supraspinatus tears by performing a biologic interpositional graft tuberoplasty. Authors' disclosures are noted here. A comprehensive diagnostic arthroscopy is performed to evaluate the supraspinatus tear and rule out any other pathology. Then, electrocautery and saver is used to perform the tuberoplasty. When the tuberoplasty is complete, then we insert our 4 anchors, which are the anteromedial, the anterolateral, the posteromedial, and at the end, the posterolateral. Following this, we measure the distances with an SCR guide, first the medial, then the anterior, then the lateral, and then the posterior side. In our case, our medial distance was 30 mm, therefore we inserted 1 more anchor. Then we retrieve the sutures from the lateral anchors through the most medial punch holes. At this point, we prepare our graft, which we cut according to our intra-op measurements. Following this step, we insert the 10 ml syringe which we are going to use for the insertion of the graft and the suture management, and we retrieve the sutures which we lock in the syringe, in a clockwise or anti-clockwise manner. After this step, we pass our sutures through the graft and we are going to create 4 double pulleys, which we will tension down to the graft. To be able to do that, first, for each side of the graft, we tie extracorporeally a suture strand from one anchor to a suture strand of the same color from the other anchor, and we cut the suture limbs at the end of the knot. We do that for all the sides, and when we finish with that step, then, as you will see, we pull the ends of the other 2 strands from each side so we can bring the sutures down to the graft. With that way, we are able to control the graft for the insertion. When everything is ready, we insert the graft into the joint through the syringe. As you can see, the graft will sit exactly over the 4 corners where we inserted our anchors at the beginning. At this point, we change the syringe with a cannula and we retrieve the 3 suture strands for each pair of the double pulley, and we tie them together. We perform this step for each pair sequentially. When we finish with every knot, then we cut the suture limbs except the ones that they are from the medial row, as we will use them to compress the central area of the graft later in our procedure. When we finish with the double pulleys, we retrieve the sutures from the medial anchors through the lateral portal and we insert a knotless anchor in the mid-distance of the lateral anchors. As you can see, with this technique, you can have a precise measurement of the graft with compression of the graft in all sides all around and centrally as well, which can reduce potential fluid insertion between the bone and the graft.